Welcome back to another episode of my trading vlog, where most of the views come from returning subscribers. If that's you, give yourself a thumbs up. If not, consider subscribing. I'm going to talk about AMC, GameStop, Playboy, the dollar. We'll hit SPY. Just really quickly, though, I'm going to try to keep this one under 5 minutes. I know I never do it, but whatever. AMC saw a huge drop today, which to me was no surprise. On a technical basis, I've been saying that we're going to see a drop down, targeting 432, blasting through that level, looking for a low near 402, and today we almost got there at 407. Can I get 5 pennies, please? That's not very far from the target. We might as well say that's been a hit. Seeing a bounce there, of course. Really high volume. Implied volatility is starting to come down, which is a curious thing. I don't think we're going to see AMC hang out down here forever. I am not totally certain what to think of the IV flipping correlation with the price there. Now it's positive. We'll digest that later. Maybe I need to look at a few different time frames. Big gap today, big push down, following a falling wedge right now. Gonna have to see what happens tomorrow. This is a big price gap, and shares of Ape, I think, rose today, and that brings the RSI up to 70. You see a big red candle there too on that gap, high volume. This is probably the end of Wave B, which has been extending sideways for a very long time, and I'm still forecasting a push down in a larger ABC correction, which will take a long time to complete, undoubtedly. AMC, price target reached? I think so. Let's go look at GameStop for a minute. Also having a hard time, but not nearly as bad of a time as AMC. Everyone's going to point to this and say, hey, that's a bullish hammer right there. Candlestick patterns need to be confirmed before you can put a price target, or the analysis just isn't that valid. We're going to see a close above the range of this candle, and I would even say we aren't going to get any kind of bullish targets until we get above 25.10. That 25.51 level is really important. Let me pull up my daily chart here. This is a flag, but we're not really seeing much of a bottom. We could get an ugly double bottom through here, zooming in to the hourly time frame. Between, let's see here, a couple trading sessions ago, this was the 20th, and today being the 22nd, very easily could see a reversal here. That'd be nice. The downtrend has broken, but again, I want to say that this is starting to shape up into what looks to be a horizontal triangle in a measured move down, where when we get that triangle in wave B, the second wave, the sideways grind, typically produces a spill downward. You can see that this downtrend was broken. This doesn't look very good as a chart pattern. Put that lower trend line there. Interesting stuff. I'm gonna have to break this down a little bit more. Not super certain what I want to draw here. It seems that maybe price has a ways to go. It's kind of just like a rectangle. Gonna need to see a breakout below 23.77 or above $25 before we get a new price target on GameStop. Just moving sideways, probably an ABC move heading lower. But again, until we get a breakout, not much to discuss here. Let's go look at Playboy very quickly. I'm already low on time, I think. You're going to see that I have a, well, it's technically a pennant, but it's an ending diagonal triangle in wave C. Prices spilling lower, breaking that last low. Looking for a double bottom here. Hopefully, one can hope at least. There is a set of bullish divergences occurring here on the RSI. The first one was here. We've seen that corrective bounce, and we'll see if we don't get a new low. It might be fair just to drag this out and say this is all part of the same bullish divergence. I'm sure if I hop out into a larger time frame, it's going to look that way. On the hourly time frame, you can see the RSI is not setting a new low, but it's not happening near oversold. Not quite. I mean, 35 is pretty close. I don't know if it's close enough. Nonetheless, we might get a what's called a swing failure pattern through here. It'll look like a double bottom on the RSI, and it will reverse as price begins to rise. I can't say that's going to happen. I still believe that we're in an expanding flat where that 166 level is really critical. Zooming into the, I want to go into the minute time frame here on the intraday chart. You're going to see that the price came down and then popped back up above 166 and remained there most of the day until the end of the trading session when the price was sent lower, and then we encountered some volume, which also happened back here towards the beginning of the trading session. I'm thinking that there might be buying support down there. I'm going to turn on a candle chart really quickly so we get an idea of what the candlesticks look like. It's not great. This is pretty bearish. That's a pretty sharp wave heading lower. I gotta say that this downtrend's not broken, and until it is, we're not gonna have any bullish price targets. It looks like we might be losing momentum in the sell-off as volume is falling very light here, way below that 30-period average. I'm looking for a reactionary trend to this spill, at least in the near term. Hopefully that actionary trend shapes out into a new motive wave to complete a bigger ABC pattern. Let me just give you what this would look like. We'd be saying this is wave A, this would be wave B. And if we get a breakout above that 193, first target's 212 and the next target's 243. This is what I'm hoping to see. If not, then we'll be going for a bottom test back here of this low at 143. I can't say which way it's going to go, one or the other. I'm just holding long, waiting for a very specific news event. That's all I got on AMC, GameStop, and Playboy today. We'll go look at SPY very quickly as well. On the hourly time frame, you can see that we hit my 436.48 target. It looks like we have a head and shoulder top forming through here. Very possible. We've had the neckline broken, and the price is now coming back up to back test that level. If we get a new low below 433, then we'll start putting down what those price targets might be. I'm just going to give it a shot. So I'm going to take the height from the head of the neckline to the breakout price, and we'll take it to the back test price. We'll be targeting 427.53 if we get that new low below 433. There's a $6 range through there, so you can definitely run some strikes into the money if you're day trading that. The extension would lead to 421.76. Zooming back out to the daily time frame to assess volume. Volume was below the 30-period average. The RSI flexing up as we get a close above yesterday's close, and this is almost a bullish engulfing candle, but not quite. There's a gap up here that could be filled on the daily time frame before we see another push down. Again, tops tend to form a little irregularly. Something like this would make a lot of sense to me, in which case we'll be looking for support and resistance at 430 and then again at 423. And we'll be watching those carefully, as we should be seeing some measure move down in a reactionary corrective trend. Implied volatility is still heading down on SPY. That's what I got for today. Just a quick video. Happy trading.